I booked a sales meeting today scheduled for Friday after slogging through about 2 hours of cold calling. On my life, cold calling is actually so nerve wracking and it's so boring sometimes because half the time you're just answering, you're picking up the phone, ringing a number, and most of the time they just end it after the first sentence or they don't even answer. So sometimes it makes me feel like I'm not even doing anything. One booked meeting in 2 hours, it sounds really bad, but considering the nature of cold calling, it's not actually too bad. And now at least I have a shot of making my first thousand in this business model on Friday. I have a shot at it now, so I have a chance of actually get signing my first client and making my first thousand in this business model, giving me a shot to actually get some capital to put back into the business so I can automate or make my life a lot easier, like the repetitive jobs like lead generation or even outreach, to be honest. Obviously before my cold calling session today, I had to do manual lead generation. It wasn't really manual, it was through D7 Lead Finder. So I got a bunch of leads from different cities, and it was on a lead list, but I didn't have their first names. So initially, I spent around probably an hour and a half, maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours, finding the first names of every single one of these businesses, as in the business owner's first name. Went through all of them, did it all, and then I started cold calling because I thought it would actually help me. But in this niche, I've realized that the business owners just pick up the phone instantly. If they do answer, it's the business owners that pick up the phone. The reason why I thought I would need first names is because when you're cold calling, you can come up against quite a lot of like gatekeepers. So gatekeepers are like people who, they're on the phone. They're like receptionists themselves. So it won't be the actual business owner. It will just be, a gatekeeper. So to get around this, you can ask for the first name of the business owner, or say something like, "Ah, um, let's say the business owner's name was Matt, right? Matt told me to call him back at this time. Is he there or is he around? It makes it seem like you actually know the business owner. So the gatekeeper's more likely to just let you through and let you, you know, talk to the business owner rather than saying no, sorry, he's not around. But I realized I don't actually need first names. I don't actually need to do any of the manual first name finder because every business I've been calling, it is just the owner picking up instantly. So there's barely any gatekeepers in my niche, in my like the roofing business niche. So there's no point really. I'm just not gonna. I'm gonna skip that step and just go straight into outreach because I could spend that hour and a half, 2 hours on outreach, on cold calls, or another form of outreach. I haven't actually tested any other form of outreach yet, or in a while, and even in my last businesses, I haven't. I don't really do anything else other than cold calling. But cold calling has never got any less nerve wracking. So I'm still going to do it, but maybe I'll find something else to use for outreach as well. I do actually have that sales practice with with my mate who's actually significantly better than me at sales and who is actually a salesman. I have it after this. So after I post these videos, I'll get on a call with him and I'll do the sales practice with him because he knows it a lot better than I do. So yeah, I can learn something off him. But obviously, I'm not going to mention it in this video because obviously it hasn't happened yet. But I'll mention it in tomorrow's video, so it's not that deep. I just wanted to mention one thing. These videos that I'm posting, I could not give a shit about the quality or what they turn out like. The views I get, the views I don't get. I literally don't care. It does not concern me one bit. The whole point of these videos is that it holds myself accountable to actually doing work throughout the day. Because if I don't do work, then I have nothing to post about. I have nothing to talk about. So, and if I don't post, that means I've lost, right? So I'm just posting these videos to hold myself accountable to actually doing some work, right? I don't actually care how they turn out or how they do. It doesn't concern me really. It is also like just a way for me to build a personal brand over a long period of time because personal brands they take a while to build, but once they are built, you can make a shit ton of money off them. So that's all I really care about. Over time, I can build a personal brand and make a bit of money off it. That's all I care about really. Don't give a shit about anything else. But the content doesn't concern me right now. Over time, the content will concern me when I start to do better in the business, when I start to do better outside of content, and everything else. That's when, videos and posting will actually bother me. And once that does happen, I want to be able to make good videos. I want to be able to edit my own videos. That being said, I will put maybe half an hour a day into learning how to edit. So when it does come to the time where I want to post good quality videos, you know, the editing will be good, and I'll be able to edit them in a way where the fucking mongs with about 2 second attention spans will be able to watch it as well. So that just gives me a better chance of, you know, increasing my view count and getting more subscribers or followers or whatever the fuck it is. But that's just something to worry about in the future. I'm really not bothered about it right now. As I said, it just doesn't concern me right now. So yeah, other than everything I've mentioned, other than all of that, that's all I've really done today. I mean, pretty successful day, not bad. It's coming up to 11 p.m. and I've still got that sales meeting to do. Not sales meeting, but sales practice to do. So yeah, not bad. I'll post the same shit tomorrow probably. So yeah, I'll go on to that.